I can't remember what the fuck I was going to say there. I like had something. I was like, that's a fucking funny story to tell, and just straight away, just fucking completely forgot about it. Oh my god, yeah, class way to start a fucking podcast.
Oh god, what was I gonna say? It just ended.
We'll restart it from there. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the User Hectic Podcast with me, Justin Freeburn, and
Me, Stephen Campbell, Big Soup.
big swoop. What's the crack with you anyway? How you been keeping?
Okay, man, it's been a couple of weeks actually. Yeah. Just vibing, man. Just big chilling. You know what I mean?
Anything mental happening? Or
Yeah, we're just playing a lot of Call of Duty, listening to a lot of Justin Bieber. Like. Swear to God,
a lot of Justin Bieber.
Oh man, and a abhorrent amount of Justin Bieber. Like,
What, like, elaborate? Like, what kind of Justin Bieber?
oh, we're talking
songs?
OG Justin Bieber. Like, do you remember whenever Justin Bieber? It was
Like when halfway through a Justin Bieber song, you would just hear Luda.
oh, unreal. I actually thought Luda went in, and then upon second listen, not great.
Luda has never went in.
No, and then, but man, just see playing, like, the juxtaposition is hilarious, because he just playing Call of Duty and absolutely shitting on boys, and just, baby, and it's just like, it's mental, you know what I mean? And then see Justin Bieber and Sean Kingston, Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo Lover,
Yeah.
banger. Like,
Really?
oh, man.
It's so weird because, like, me and Adam Byrne have took this weird thing where we've started listening to white girl music.
Yeah.
And it's weird because the second I start doing something, and I'm not saying I'm starting a fucking trend every time,
Yeah.
but every time I start doing something just randomly, next thing you know, there is a trend of it that follows, like, weeks later.
Yeah.
Like, so I start listening to, like, Justin Timberlake, like Nelly Furtado and all fucking,
Oh my God.
you know, like, anything with Timbaland in it, really. So I
Yeah.
won't even call it white people music, you know.
Yeah.
But like started that, and next thing you know, like 4 weeks later, my whole TikTok is just riddled with like fucking people going, me and the boys listening to Nelly Furtado on a night out, and I'm like, what CIA agent is watching my entire
Man,
fucking life?
Nelly Furtado had the world in a chokehold.
Oh, mate.
Like late 2000s, like early 2010s.
Yeah,
Absolute.
I know that. I think Timbaland was like, just he was just taking over the world at one stage. I know what the thing is. It's even not to get all fucking music-y in it. Like Timbaland still will just absolutely just drop bangers, and no one even knows he does. Half of J. Cole's shit's Timbaland, you know.
Yeah, the percussion, see that like real hard, like the drum beats he has in the background, like that fucking, and like you can tell it's all done on a pure Dylan machine. You know what the fuck you call that thing, the MPC or something.
Back in the day when he would start a beat and he would just go, right, okay, let's start this off, and he would go, and next thing you know, Justin Timberlake has 4 new albums. You know,
yeah, it's nuts.
Do you ever see that video of Justin Timberlake beatboxing on stage?
No, actually,
Mate,
no.
I need to work on my lesson.
Is it good? Like, I assume he's going in, like, is he?
No.
Oh, is he not? No.
It's back when he's like fucking 19, like, you know.
Okay, right.
It's, have you not seen it? Where he's like,
I beatboxed one time P7, thought I was class, and everyone laughed. But I remember, like, the worst beatbox ever, hand over the mouth and all, couldn't even hear me, like, people down the alley. Yeah, it was basically what it was, man.
There was a wee kid around here, he's probably about fucking 22 now, but we used to think he was autistic, but he just turned out to be normal. But he used to, like,
Imagine that.
yeah, like, I'm convinced everyone thought I was autistic in school as well. But he used to beatbox, but he would do it like,
Like Skrillex.
yeah. And then when he would just finish, he would go, "Here, do you want to see how far I can spit before I can suck it back up again?" And he would just spit, and it would just dangle the whole way down to the fucking ground, and then he would, like, it would touch the ground, and he'd go, and it would just
Getting pebbles.
I was like, bro, you're like fucking a frog cunt from X-Men. You know?
Like Yoshi.
Yeah, but oh, hold on, I need to show you this fucking video.
I thought you were going to say Timbaland and Jay-Z when he plays Dirt Off Your Shoulder.
Oh, the
first time
fucking...
Jay-Z is unbelievable.
Why am I on the shop end of TikTok? Go fuck yourself. Why is this even a fucking thing? Are you sure you haven't heard it?
No, I'm almost certain, man.
Oh no.
Oh, it's Timberlake and it was Timberland. That's hilarious.
Fucking 16-year-old wee girls who are now like my ma's in that crowd, like.
See, when you start off a beatbox by going jibber jibber, that's you fucked. You know what I mean? Like starting off a rap going yo yo. It's like don't even start, bro.
Yo. But so he goes, they call me Lake. Timberlake.
And he starts riding the air. Like. Tell you what though, Timberlake was the second coming of MJ. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I'd like see just like anything that he put out, like just like even all them fucking Nelly Furtado songs and all, you know, promiscuous girl.
Ah.
It would be like some pop singer, some like fucking corny ass pop singer.
Yeah.
Over like the best beat you've ever heard, and then like right at the end of the song, Timbaland will just do a wee vocal in it,
Yeah.
and it's the nicest thing you've ever heard in your life.
I remember like a few years ago, and obviously like take him to the bridge. I was like, where the fuck are they going? You know what I mean? And then I realised I was talking about the bridge in the chorus in the song. I was like, Golden Gate or what?
Whatever bridge that Anthony Kiedis was under that time from Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't ever wanna live, but yeah, like it would just be any song at all. And then it would just be like, there would be like a weird breakdown in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, the damage is done, so I guess I'll be leaving. And you'd be like, mate, I fucking came 3 times in this song. Like, there's no need for it at all.
Yeah, Timbaland was fucking unbelievable. Have you heard, we listened to Busta Rhymes album last time I heard him, the tune with fucking The Baby and...
The Baby. It's just like, that's what I love about Busta Rhymes. He went, you know what, he's homophobic, but it's alright. we ain't fucking with nobody with AIDS. And you're like, bro.
Yeah, nuts, man. How you recover from that? What I mean, people forget. It is what it is. You know
That's what I mean. Just fucking, what's the next war that happens? You
Yeah,
know?
no, it's weird.
You
like,
forgot
it's weird.
about Trump
But
still in the fucking comedy scene, man. You know?
But that's the thing. Like, people be like, oh, like, I get it. I do get it. It is offensive. And, you know, people get offended by things all the time and whatever. But they're rappers. Did you ever hear Eminem say anything ever?
I know.
You know
like,
what I mean? It's like, that's what the meaning of rap. I mean, I don't agree with the things they say, but
Yeah.
just sometimes it is what it is.
I was laughing at this. It was, remember when the whole Dahmer series came out?
Yeah.
And, like, it was something to do with Katy Perry. Had a lyric in her song that was meant to be like in relation to Dahmer,
Yeah.
like Jeffrey Dahmer, and I was like, I completely forgot his name there for a second. I was like, who Dahmer? What was his first name again? It was fucking Steven or something. Timbaland Dahmer, Timbaland Dahmer, Dahmer like. But he that she made like a lyric in one of her songs, and it was like, I can't fucking, I'm not even gonna look it up, but she made a reference to it, and fucking Lad Bible went nuts. You know, like, you know, you ever notice how Lad Bible is now just like the most fucking like pungent media? Like, they used to post things like, look at this shop in Lurgan, says Flick, and the next one's the Bean, you know. And now they're like, so today we're cancelling just anyone who speaks out against anything.
Man,
you know?
they had the most impressive PR switch up ever.
Oh,
Do you remember
definitely,
the first original? Like, remember they had like the Lad Bible Commandments or some shit? Do you remember they had some, and it was like, wenches should be in the kitchen, all this shit.
Yeah,
and,
like that.
When a lad comes back from a night out, he must receive, you know, and you're
That's
like,
what it was. It
mental.
started off as like, you know, like them pages you see now that
Lads,
are like just for boys, you
yeah,
know, like
yeah.
they were fucking like they were like the media version of a Yorkie chocolate bar, like, you know, not for girls, you know.
Yeah.
But they're like literally, like they just flipped completely, and now they're just like a media outlet that is just controlled by the government. Not to get all tinfoil hatty, but anytime I see Lad Bible post something, I know it's bullshit. I know it's not true.
Oh man, they're the worst for clickbait too. I love when you see a tweet of like, you know, is Lad Bible posted about something, even about football or something, and then I'm like, I'm not clicking that. And then I go into the comments, and the first person's like, saved you a click, and just like screenshots it. You're like,
believe in people,
gentleman,
man.
yeah, gentleman.
And it's just some fucking cunt from Yorkshire. I just saved you a click. And, but the fuck Lad Bible, man, pissed me off recently. And like they'll just again, as you say, the clickbait shit. They'll be like, oh, people are stopping drinking Baileys this year for this reason, and you go into the comments, there's 9,000 comments and people just going, fuck up.
Yeah, I love Baileys.
I've never stopped drinking Baileys. It's so funny. And even while that Jonathan Majors shit, have you seen that recently?
No, not even know.
They'll be like fucking Jonathan Majors just got found guilty. You know, your man plays Kang in the new Marvel shit. You know, he was a bad guy in Creed 3.
Oh yes, I do actually. Sorry, I do. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's like the big next Marvel villain. Well, not anymore. He got sacked because he was like found guilty of all this like fucking domestic harassment and all blah blah blah.
Fucking just his excuse was he was method acting like he's a villain.
But then it like came out that like there was like a video of him. Now I don't fucking know shit about shit, obviously. So don't. And we are comedians, so fuck you. Don't listen to a word I say. But they were like, it was a video of him getting out of his car, like his Jeep, and running from the blade, running for like his life, like sprinting up a street, and she's chasing after him. And then like the next day it comes out that he's like fucking like, oh, he's a domestic abuser and all, and you're like, what the fuck, you know, like. Yeah,
it's mad. You don't know what to believe. Even like there's for example clickbait. See, if I read something, I firstly don't care because I'm just doom scrolling, and secondly, I'm like, it's probably not the whole story. I mean, you can gather from context from certain things, and you can maybe judge their character based off what you've seen, but like somebody I don't know, like, and it's just like, oh, this person is now this. I'm just like, cool. I'm just gonna not wank. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna just sit here. You know what I mean?
Over this post.
Oh god, but that's what I mean. I'm just gonna just be here. Like I'm just in Newry. Like you know what I mean? I'm just gonna play Xbox, listen to Justin Bieber. Like that's just it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like
Call of Booty. But yeah, it just pisses me off because they mostly post things to get like engagement on a post.
Yeah, of course.
And we've got red dots on us right now for saying this shit. But they'll literally post something like very, very like divisive.
Yeah.
Just to get comments going.
Yeah.
And you're like, and people fall for it every time. It pisses me off. Oh, but what I was saying, like Law Bible posted about that whole shit being like Katy Perry being cancelled for making Dahmer quotes, and I was like, as you said, have you heard any Eminem song ever in the entire? And I think they've give up on Eminem because there was a stage with Eminem where they tried to cancel him
just before what is it, Murder Music or some bullshit?
Music to be murdered by.
Yes. Just before that, like around Kamikaze time, they were like, he's
problematic, and I was like, he's been here for 25 years doing the same shit. How is he problematic now? You know, like actual media like pages back in like the 2000s tried to cancel him. It never worked. No, not the dick right Eminem, but it was just because I like laughed at it, and because it was like Katy Perry said the word Dahmer in a song, cancel her, you know. And then I was like, have you heard Eminem 3 a.m.? Have you ever heard that song?
No,
it's 3 a.m. in the morning, and the song is just him talking about how he dismembered his cousin in a bathtub and drank the bath water and all. And you're like, and then one of the lyrics in one of his songs is like, who else do you know that can like name every single serial killer back to front, like alphabetical order and in chronological order and all? And you're like, no one like ever, like, because he said all this shit, and he is a very influential person, like, you know, no matter what anyone says, no matter how much hate he gets nowadays and all, like from like 1996 right there to like,
paved the way, like,
he's been like a very influential person, and like everything he has said in songs is absolutely mental. There's a lyric in one of his songs and no one gives a fuck about it. I laugh my head off every time I hear it. Remember, you ever hear about his whole beef with Nick Cannon? And like he hates Nick Cannon because Nick Cannon goes out with like Mariah Carey, and Eminem used to date Mariah, with a fucking whole lore to it. And like basically Nick Cannon started dating Iggy Azalea like 2014 or something, you know. And like Iggy Azalea started like giving Eminem shit, being like, oh, because Nick Cannon's my boyfriend, leave my boyfriend alone, you know, he ordered a plain burger, don't worry love, I'll get it for you, you know, like standing in front of him, you know. And like Eminem put in one of his fucking one of his lyrics, put that shit away, Iggy, you're gonna blow the rape whistle on me. And I was like, fuck me, Jesus Christ.
But he doesn't give a fuck, but that's been the whole thing from the get-go. It's anti like establishment or whatever.
I think that's the way. If you come straight out the gate like that, you're uncancelable.
Yeah, because it's just he's doing it himself. He beat you to the jump. Like that's what I'm saying. Even I listen back some of those old songs, I'm like, Jesus, bro. Like, I mean, but as a fucking sane human being, I can look at that and go, I don't agree with what he said there. Sounds cool. Is what it is. Has no effect on my life. I'm not. I'm not like you know. I'm not. It's not. You know, clouding my judgment in any way, shape, or form. But it's like I don't want to be two white guys in a podcast, but it's kind of like Andrew Tate, where like, you know, says wild shit, and I just go, ha, that's funny because I don't agree with that, but it's mental that people are going mad about it. But then he says things that are like, you know, uplifting and like, you know, positive and stuff, and then like everyone's like, never mind that. But
exactly. Anything good that you do, it's like the people always take that fucking, you know, two rights don't right or wrong sort of shit. Like,
but it's weird.
Not to defend him in any way, because I could give a fuck about that content.
But as I'm saying, I do not know enough about anything about that cunt to even have an opinion. But the way I think of it is, the way I understand the way it goes on is, right, I am smart enough to be like, put it this way, do you believe every word that comes out of one person's mouth? You know what I mean? Everyone has talk shit, and I don't agree with like everyone's opinion, or like one person's opinion on everything. But where it can become problematic is like when I was like 14, like it's so easy to just be like, oh yes, that's gospel. You know, like, so that's where it's problematic.
You're very easily influenced at that age,
very easily.
Which is, you know, like if you're shitting yourself about kids hearing it, why are you letting your kids on? That's the same thing they've done with like fucking like Family Guy and South Park and all. They're like, Family Guy like ruined my child, you know, and you're like, why are you letting your child watch Family Guy, you know? But like nowadays it's like, you know, it's fucking, you know, it's just.
But at the same time, like I remember when South Park the movie came out, My mom was winning that out or
Is that the
something.
one with like fucking the devil and like
Yeah.
Hitler or Bucking in it?
Yeah.
Or no, Saddam Hussein and
Yeah,
the
that's
devil.
what I was saying. Yeah, but I remember like
And he's Canadian for some reason. He's
Yeah,
like,
so
come,
weird.
come back to bed, buddy. And the devil's like, no, Saddam, I don't want to have sex right now.
yeah, Saddam overthrows him basically. Like, but I remember watching that years ago because my mom was winning a night out and my dad loves Family Guy, like South Park, all that, like, you know. And my brother was maybe just old enough to like sort of watch it, but I wasn't really allowed to watch it. But he was like, "Fuck it, we'll have wee lads night. We'll all watch South Park." Like, you know. I was like, "Right, happy days." And he was like, "Right, don't fucking tell your mom though." You know what I mean? Because like we shouldn't be watching this.
Yeah.
And I remember the next day at dinner, unprovoked, I just goes, "Dad, let us watch South Park last night." And my mom was like, "What the fuck?"
Your dad's like, you eat tart.
I was like, "What the fuck? You just sank me for no reason." Nothing came up
Got
about
divorced after that.
but nothing came up about the night before. I just decided to be a wee rat. Like. And I remember like my dad was just like afterwards like speaking to me being like, "You're a wee dick, like why you do that?" Like obviously put him in the doghouse, like you know what I mean?
But see, I don't like agree with all that like shit. I was exposed to like fucking Eminem and all very young. As my mom, I remember being 8 years old and my mum coming into me and being like, "You should watch this movie here." Handed me the DVD of Rush Hour 2. And I was like,
love Rush
you
Hour.
know, I was like, like that movie is about like drugs and shit, you know, and there's shootouts and all in it and blah blah blah, and it's all like it's just all Black American humor, you know.
Yeah.
And like I remember like, and my favorite movie growing up was Ace Ventura, the first Ace Ventura movie.
Unreal.
Full blown transphobia at the end of it. You know, and like growing up, I didn't even realize anything of that, and then I went, "Oh, it's kind of bad to think like that and all blah blah blah."
Yeah.
And still hilarious. Fuck you. You
Yeah,
know what I
but
mean?
that's what I mean. I mean, you look at it objectively and be like, "Yeah, things are funny." That's just
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
But that's what I mean. Like, so like whenever you hear like kids, like, you know, parents being like, "No, we're not allowing our kids to like view this.
Yeah.
We're not allowed. No, they're not allowed to hear rap music and all." And I'm like, you know, because this is contradicting exactly what I said earlier there. But like, you know, like I'm like, if you're complaining about your kids watching it, don't let them watch it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like there's nothing really bad going to happen out of it.
No.
Like they're always blaming. They're always like, porn causes rapists, and you're like, yeah. Do you think like Jack the Ripper was watching a load of porn, mate? You know? Do you think he was like, "Oh, stepsis, give me your throat," you know? Like,
Yeah.
Think fucking John Wayne Gacy was fucking playing Call of Duty, man. You know what I mean? Like,
The oldie Nuts magazine. Yeah, it's mental. But at the same time, if you instill like,
Ye old zoo.
but if you instill as it like, I mean, I'm speaking as zero children. You know what I mean? But
Hustleth. Sorry, I just have to get the last one.
very good. But like, I'm speaking of this here, and obviously not a parent, but I feel like if you know what the fuck's out there on the internet, and like say like an Andrew Tate or something, be like instilling them to the ability to have their own sort of autonomy, to be like, right, not everything you see is true and shit like that. But at the same time, everyone's fucking idiots when they're younger, so you do have to make mistakes to grow from them. And even now as well, like fucking, you know, people make mistakes all the time, and it's all about how you bounce back from them. But just in terms, you were saying about watching Rush Hour. My equivalent to Rush Hour was Bad Boys.
Oh really? Yeah.
Bad Boys, fucking cracker. So it is.
Have you ever watched Bad Boys 2?
I remember like watching my mom. My mom loves fucking Bad Boys, but it's like at the very end when it's like he's talking about like basically just like leaving all that shit behind, and he's just like, I think it's Will Smith. He's like, "We gonna put it all in a little box. Me shooting you in the ass, your mama's big titties, and just throw it in the sea." And I remember being like, watching with my mom, being like, "You sure?" But hilarious, man. This is fucking hilarious.
It's great. The Bad Boys had some fucking class quotes in it. Like I remember the scene that always fucked me up. It was actually close to that scene. It was when they're watching the DVD back or watching the camera back, and there's two people bucking in the car in the middle. They're in the middle of the store just watching this video.
yeah, all the TVs. Yeah.
Your mama's titties.
Oh, it's so fucking funny, man.
And there was a scene always like kind of mentally scarred me from that movie. It was Bad Boys 2 that happened in, but it's the scene in the nightclub. This fucked me up for life. This is why I don't do drugs or anything. It was the scene in the nightclub where the Russian guy's like, "Some fucking punk wants to die in my club," and like some guy like overdoses in it, and they're like, "Oh, you know," they pull up in the ambulance, and the ambulance just fucks him out the back into the street. That like scarred me mentally for life. I was like, that's what happens in nightclubs, mate. I'm never drinking, I'm never doing drugs or anything, you know. So I never did drugs, but
that's hard. Well,
it's horrendous.
Chin going homeless separate taxi. Yeah, fuck. Did you ever watch, like, I'm thinking about cult classics here, like, did you ever watch Friday? I'm assuming you watched Friday.
Yeah, of course,
yeah,
man.
Friday next Friday
Friday
after
like
next.
I remember my friend Kieran, we like grew up together, went to the same school and all.
Yeah.
And every time we would have a sleepover or something, we were both obsessed. He was obsessed with 50 Cent. I was
Right.
obsessed with Eminem. We were pure cultural appropriators.
Yeah.
He's like 3 kids now. For played him. He's a day younger than me. Shout out you, bro. Miss you. But he like me and him every time we like stayed over together. We like I mean when I say we culturally appropriated, I had fucking dreadlocks, man.
The whole lot.
He had fucking Jamaica flags up in his room and all. And, like we were just typical wee chavs from here, you know.
Yeah.
And like
Paul Barney posters.
yeah,
and all
like I
that.
remember he had a wee box TV, and every time we would have a sleepover, it would always be either Friday or Mac and Davlin go to high school. Remember the fucking
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg and Wiz
and-
Khalifa
yeah.
movie, and that was like that. I was back whenever I used to graffiti and shit, so I literally thought I was from like New York, man. I
Yeah,
swear to
oh
God.
man, I've
I used
all been
to
there.
I used to wear I'll try and find a photo of it, funny enough. But it was I used to wear big baggy clothes, big baggy grey tracksuits. Eminem wanna be, and I used to wear a Jamaican flag bandana with a snapback over the top of it, like just hanging off the head.
Yeah.
And I used to just hang about, well, like whenever I went to the youth club and all that, just be playing FIFA with all these like African guys,
Yeah.
like, and they're all dressed in like normal, they're wearing like 11 degrees.
Don't say 11 hours and all.
And I'm sitting there in like a fucking, like a Kanye West baggy hoodie.
Speaking patois and all.
I'm all big up Joe Cole, man.
Bob
Yeah.
McLeod.
And they're all, lad, you don't need to talk like that now. I don't know, I'm not even gonna It's a big pussy girl.
But funny enough, I remember one of the first times I tried to dress like a rapper or quote unquote urban, as they say.
urban.
It was fucking I got really obsessed with N-dubs
Oh, really?
and
Oh, yes, man, that was
we,
another thing. Yeah, that was another one we were obsessed
when
with.
we got GTF 4, I think you got a bandana with it if you got the special edition or something. And
Oh,
I
really?
remember going down to call for my mates with the dappy bandana. I know
Yeah.
stringing out either side of a hat, and I remember going down and calling for my mates. And I knocked the door, and they opened the door and just laughed at me.
Really?
Because what the fuck are you doing, Soupey? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Get the fucking Mackenzie tracksuit back on, you fucking gimp.
I swear to God, the same thing. I like a bandana became my personality.
Oh, yeah.
Because I used to have big thick hair,
Yeah.
and I used to wear the bandana across my forehead, kind of like Jid stole it from me. KSI stole it from me, and I remember I stopped doing it because KSI started doing it. Like I swear to God, that's literally,
Trendsetter, man.
yeah, like that was me whenever I was like 14. With their
Man.
what year was that? It was 2016 or 15. But
Last week.
like that's what I mean. Like that's what my hair and all looked like back then. Big
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
shiny ginger hair. Now I'm fucking just getting old, man. But yeah, what was I gonna say there? Yeah, the bandana became my thing, and I swear to God, I was such a cultural appropriator. Look at oh, that's your man there. Actually, funny enough.
Oh,
Why do
man.
we look like a gay couple there? Why am I the bottom as well? I don't like how I'm the bottom.
That's huge bottom energy right there, man. That is.
Wait there. I want to find that photo of me in Belfast city centre with like the fucking the snapback on over the like I had like a fucking oh my God, Jesus Christ. I'm surprised I didn't get my fuck kicked in every single day. It was only twice
I
a
look
week.
at old photos myself and I'm like, bro, the drip was horrendous. Like
It was
horrendous
god
drip.
awful drip, man.
Remember the Primark
Heinous drip.
plimsolls?
Yeah.
Oh man, the holes in the bottom of them after walking for like 2 minutes, like
Yeah.
horrendous.
You know all them big murals around Belfast? Well, let's say a big mural. They're always of like an animated woman's face. I don't know, like it's hard to explain unless you see it. But I met the guy that did that, and that's what I was dressed like. I was wearing a fucking YMCMB hat.
Oh my god,
I was like, young moolah, baby.
that's pretty cool. Well, honestly though,
Kanye West hoodie.
see if
you
I'd
know?
have seen you back then, I'd have been like, that's the coolest guy in the world. Like, you know what I mean? Kanye West hoodie with a fucking the collar popping out of the top
mate,
of it.
I was such a wee Tumblr boy, like it's crazy. And it's fucking Johnny Bo now. But yeah, I remember like the red chinos and all, man. I fucking wore it. I'm gonna put that photo up for a laugh actually. In this,
Red chinos too.
I'm gonna
What a
save that.
statement.
Yeah, man, I swear to God, like it was hectic the way I got on.
He said it.
Oh, he said it. Where the fuck was it? There's a photo of me lingering in Belfast city centre. This is what I mean. I used to try and make memes.
Right.
Because I was obsessed with rap music. It was like, when you see your ex acting like that bitch Hoppy, and it's just Dobby.
Man, you see that like stinking filter they put on those all those
Yeah.
old Tumblr like photos, like really saturated on that. Oh my god, that is. You know what that's the equivalent to? Remember the photos of like the 4 or 5 boys all dressed in like
Yeah.
checkered. You know what I'm
That's
talking
like
about?
the new version of that. Yeah, that's so funny to compare that. Wait there was yeah, like this is what I mean. I used to just post photos of Hobson and be like, "This guy is my hero."
Yeah, oh man, I've been there. Remember, you were around for Bebo days, I assume, were you?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe like the tail end of it, possibly.
Yeah, back my no way you could put a song on the background.
Flashbacks.
Yeah, my song in the background was Aya's replay.
Oh, what a
Shawty's like a
another
melody.
fucking banger though,
Yeah,
like
tune,
absolute tune. Because
Oh.
then my time capsule on Spotify started going to all those like early 2000s, you know, like sort of pop tunes.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking some bangers in there, like. Just see when you hear that, or you're like, oh, here we go.
Like it's dynamite.
Jason Derulo. And you're just like, here we go.
I'm pretty sure you're still not allowed to like sing that anywhere. Like they're not even allowed. I remember there was like a time where like you weren't even allowed to like go Jason Derulo on like the radio because Jason Derulo's manager be on you like fucking white on rice.
Really?
Like he had trademarked that like that we like you know tag
Yeah, the
or
wee
whatever.
tag. Yeah, I suppose like
And,
a producer tag, but an
Yeah, but
artist
like
tag.
because he would do it in every song, like people started taking the piss out of it. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But
You know what I fucking heard recently?
huh.
No, Sean Paul. Yeah.
Shandy Pal. Yeah.
Apparently, right? Apparently, it's not Sean DePaul. There's a fucking Caribbean cricket player called Sean DePaul.
Right.
Like all one word, right? And apparently, and it ruined my life. I was raging because I got that fucking.
So he's just a big fan of cricket then.
Yeah. Well, basically, because he said they were freestyling. And,
you know me, big ups to Wicks, man.
well, he said they were freestyle. Actually, call back to earlier on with the patois, but he said they were freestyling or something, and his mate passed the microphone to him. Was like, "Gonna pass you to Sean DePaul," and then like meaning,
cricket player suit him.
but meaning like Sean DePaul, like Sean to Paul or whatever.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then as a piss take, they were like, "Oh, it's like Sean DePaul," and then it just became a thing.
Jesus
And
Christ.
I'm raging
What
about it.
niche sponsor to be like, oh, we're like a cricket player.
I know,
right?"
yeah, I mean, like that one. Cricket, oh yes, of course, the Caribbean cricket
You know, a
player.
professional go-karter, man.
Yeah, fucking what is it, Formula B or some shit? Like, fucking hell.
Where they're just driving like fucking, you know, the NASCAR driver.
Yeah, what do you call them? We soapbox drivers.
You ever seen them? They're hectic. Them like soapbox things.
I've obviously seen clips, but I've never. Is there ones about here?
Yeah, there's one in Tandragee.
They're just a load of fucking Peugeot 306s, like
Not even like whenever I say like soapboxes, I mean like they're like shit people put
Like,
together.
built like yeah,
Like
yeah,
people like it's like wood on it and all, you know. And they're like just like they don't even have an engine because they're like once this crashes, it will explode.
yeah.
So like they're just like they just go like right, what's the biggest hill we can find?
pure
And
Freddie
we'll-
Flintstone, like
Yeah. literally. Fucking class. Anyway.
yeah.
Yeah. This is the Christmas special.
Just about to say, man.
This-
Yeah.
and we've done nothing Christmas. We've
No,
got some
nothing.
fucking red lights.
I mentioned
floating about
fucking Friday After Next if you want to talk about the fucking
Oh,
Christmas
yeah.
version of Friday After Next.
here.
Like,
Cat Williams is in that. Me and William Thompson actually were laughing about Cat Williams.
did you ever see him get choked out by a wee bite?
Yeah, he's like some 15-year-old, and it's just like Cat Williams being like, "You don't know me, motherfucker. You don't know me," and then
I
he's
love
just like,
him. And
he's
man-
just getting it just cuts to him being like, "Well,
Man,
"Get off me."
He's got the sweatiest upper lip I've ever seen in my life. Did you ever see it? It's like a pool, man. You need fucking armbands just to look at him.
Jesus Christ, you got a fucking pool noodle just to fucking talk like You need water wings, motherfucker. But we were like
He's
joking.
fucking unreal.
Do you like any of his like stand-up bits?
Yes, but again, it's one of them ones where like
You watch it, but you can never like remember to quote
yeah,
it,
never.
yeah.
But I've never watched like whole specials. But I'm weird as fuck. Like maybe it's just pure ADHD, but like it's probably commitment issues as well. Where like if you like I'm not
You're
gonna
like
watch.
texting Cat Williams. It's not you, it's me.
So I just don't know what I want right now. But no, but like even if I'm going to watch a film, like
Yeah.
I think I said this fucking a couple weeks ago or whatever. Like if you like open up Netflix and tell me to choose a film within 10 minutes with a gun to my head, I'm just pulling the trigger. Like I'm just like, here, fuck it, man, just take it. Like I just can't do it. Whereas like, you know, watching wee clips here and there. Like
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of Shane Gillis
yeah.
clips.
Like,
Probably my
dude, like
Oh man, see the hand coming out, unbelievable.
you're gay, man.
Yeah, well, that, like I mean, it is classic white guy humor because it's like borderline on the racism bits,
Yeah.
like which they're funny because they're possible, and then it's just him saying things completely not homosexual, being gay. You know what I mean? It's just amazing.
Yeah, I seen a meme the other day. It was actually you know, like the whole like Kanye West thing recently.
Yeah,
Where he's just been like going mental. He was like, I'm gonna drop an album, and then like the next day he just had a rant about how he's God, you know. And it was like, it just cut to the Shane Gillis meme. It was like, ooh, it's gonna be a hard one to defend in work. but I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Fucking
I seen
he's
a
great.
funny enough a clip of him and Rogan talking about it again. Two white guys have a podcast, but him and Rogan talking about it, and Rogan was playing the tune Jail from Donda,
Yeah.
and Shane gets like, yeah, they'll play it in the green room, all that shit, and then Joe's like, do you think he'd bounce back? And he's like, well, he will, and then Joe's like, yeah, man, he just, like, a guy like that, you kind of have to let him go off sometimes and whatever, and then he goes, plus there's like no better time to say bad things about the Jews, and it's like, well, I mean, like, if you think about it that way, like, but man, it's just so funny because it wouldn't have worked if it was Joe and anyone else.
Yeah,
it had to be Joe and
exactly,
Shane
yeah.
Gillis, you know what I mean? Whereas, like, imagine Ben Shapiro the outside of that desk,
Oh,
like,
Jesus Christ.
actually,
I know.
man's Adderalled out of it.
I seen like a fucking like a Twitter meme, you know, one that like it just cuts to some fucking mental shit.
Yeah.
And it was like the caption, it was like Jordan Peterson and like Ben Shapiro talking about how the female orgasm doesn't exist. You know, blah blah blah. They're like, it's a myth, it doesn't actually exist and all. It was just them two. And then it just cut to this big black guy fucking this wee white girl, and she was like squirting all over the place. And I was like, oh mate, I was like, what the fuck have I just watched?
Yeah, but I mean, like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, I know we're talking shit in the podcast and all the rest, but like, why do you think that in your head? Keep it to yourself, brother.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I
that's
mean?
not
Like,
something that's not something where you're like, facts. There is no female orgasm, and you're
like,
like,
two males. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just like
yeah.
talking. It's fucking hell.
that's like that definitely like it's obviously it doesn't even have to be said, but that's just two men who have never like got their hold properly, you know.
no.
Like they're like fucking, you know, they come first because it's a race, you know what I mean? Like, they're like, I won. That's what they say at the end of the second.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't care about anything, you know, because again, there's some things, it's the same shit, you know, or some things like fucking Jordan Peterson will say, or like Ben Shapiro. I agree with Ben Shapiro on like the subject of like how woke has sort of took over the world and everyone's a bit brainwashed bad, but then he'll go and say some mental shit like fucking, you know, like he'll just start laying into some 17-year-old trans girl.
Yeah,
who's like, and you're like, bro, shut the fuck up. Why did you ruin it? You were right for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear Andrew Schultz? Like, fucking, again, two white guys in the podcast.
Yeah.
But Andrew Schultz is like, you know, Ben Shapiro, he's like, you know, he's like, facts not feelings. He's like, you're a fucking Jewish dude. You're wearing a fucking yarmulke. What is that, facts? You know?
Yeah, Andrew Schultz is amazing. And do you know why I love Andrew Schultz as well? Is because he, you know, he plays race and religion and all this stuff, but he knows so much about it.
Oh yeah,
like,
he's not like ignorant to anything.
Yeah, he's like, if there's like a Mexican guy in the front row, he's like, oh, like,
he'd be like, name me the most niche town you can think of in Mexico, and I will tell you a shop in it. You
yeah,
know, like,
but like he just knows even about the different culture
Taco
and all.
Bell.
It's like, but that's what I'm saying. He just knows so much about it. So like, it's
Yeah.
hard to you
Like,
know, argue against it when he's actually
yeah.
went out of his way to learn and respect the culture.
Exactly.
In order to make fun of something in a way, you have to kind of respect
Exactly.
it.
Yeah, that's like
If you're going to make fun of it, right, of course, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. And I completely agree with it. That's what I like taking on board with things. Like, I'm like, I will only make jokes about something if I understand it.
Yeah.
If I like, I'm okay with it. If I'm blah blah blah, you know, if it's something like I won't ever joke about like Israel and Palestine because for one, I do not know fucking dick about
Not a thing.
and like two, I don't like fucking like, as I said, just I don't know anything.
Yeah, but it's the other thing is like, and it's definitely me being numb to just like there's always something going on that's horrible and all the rest. It's just I'm so impartial to all of it.
Yeah.
And people say, what is it, like silence is, or like, you know, if you're basically silent about something, you're basically a bad boy, whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say.
if you don't talk about it, you're a cunt. And I'm like, but I don't know anything.
I don't know anything about it, and I'm choosing.
Why should I? Yeah.
Like I'm actually choosing ignorance because it.
What about America? Blame Americans. They fucking don't know shit about anything else,
No,
you know? That's me and Jaws were actually talking about this, about how, like, Americans are so, like, brainwashed to shit.
Yeah.
That they're so, like, ignorant to the rest of the world. Like, Jaws was telling me that her, like, she knew nothing about any other country, only about America, until she moved here, and she went, oh, no, like, our country is so ignorant, you know, like, not us, like, Americans, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's, you know, you're blaming people who don't talk about things because they don't know about it.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, you've got people who do talk about things but still don't know about it, you know? Like, that's what I hate about it. They're like, your silence is fucking ruining lives. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, what if I just start, like, fucking, you know, it's like me back in the day being like, oh, fucking free Robert Kelly, you know, free R. Kelly, you know, blah, blah, blah.
God.
Next thing you know, he's a fucking pedophile. And you're like, I shouldn't have spoke on that, you know, like
Yeah.
if you don't know anything about it, why the fuck speak about it, you know?
And it's sort of that thing as well, where it's just like, I don't. If I could live my life without getting annoyed, it feels like if you get involved in a lot of those things and get offended on behalf of things, like let's just get like state the whole Israel Palestine thing is horrible from every single angle. It's just war. What is it good for, right?
Exactly. Like that's why I'm like, I'm not picking a side because I'm just like it is shite.
I'm
in general.
choosing to not be pissed off. It seems a pretty annoying way to go about your life, getting constantly annoyed at different things.
Yeah.
Like it's like back to like me watching a film. Like people be like, "Did you watch that film? Like some sort of fucking serial killer thing." I'm like, I don't know about you. I like enjoying myself, so I like laughing.
I'm sticking that Rush Hour DVD on right now.
Yeah.
I'm listening to some Sean Paul, and we're vibing out, bro. You know what I mean? We're not fucking.
Yeah,
you know.
that's what I'm saying. It's just you know, peace and love, all that shit. Like, you know, what I mean, I just like laughing. The very odd time I watch like a real hard hitting fucking film or like some sort of like drama. I watched that fucking Killers of the Flower Moon, whatever the fuck it was, and I was like, yeah, cool, you know, the plight of the Native American and all, but fuck, that's depressing. You know what I mean? I was like, let me.
And that's my whole thing. I'm like, why is everyone so bogged down on everything?
Yeah.
That's why it just bringing it back to like the whole thing about like jokes, you know, like making jokes about something. Like, as I said, I don't make a joke about something unless I do understand it and I don't have any hate towards it.
Yeah.
If I have any hate towards something, I usually don't joke about it. So, like, that's why I'm okay with making jokes about, like, every, like, you know, like, if I want to joke about gay people and trans
take your
people,
pick, like,
I'm joking about it because you can slag me back.
Yeah.
I'm joking about it because I'm, like, you know, I'm happy for you, but let's have a bit of banter. Let's fucking blah, blah, blah.
I find it, I just steer away from it. Like, sometimes even like Shane Gillis bits or whatever the fuck, like quite edgy bits, but like done really well, I laugh at because generally funny. Me personally, don't know enough about some sort of things, and it's more just, if I haven't thought of anything funny enough that's worth offending people for. So exactly, I'm like, I just tend not to do it.
Like someone like Shane Gillis, he's like, this is too funny not to say.
Yeah, of course, you know what I mean. So yeah, it's just one of those fucking things. Like, comedy's just good crack. I don't think you know, if it's done right, nothing's off limits. If you're treading that line nicely, and it's like,
if nobody's getting hurt and it's not like a fucking, there's no
outright fucking like harm being done or hate.
Speech,
it's
like,
just like,
I mean, if you're just having a laugh about something, like I was doing a gig in Draperstown and there was a gay couple sitting in the front row, and I started joking about how they were, you know, like, because there was them two in the front row and then two empty rows behind them, and I was like, fucking Draperstown, it was near Derry, you know, it was like Maher Felt direction. And I was like, we're in fucking Draperstown. I just know you have segregated these two, and like they were laughing their heads off and all. And I was like joking about with them. Oh, he's like fucking whatever his name was, says Phil, you know, Phil my ass, and like
baby tit.
It was like, you know, I was like, oh, you're not getting your holding night and all, because they were joking about, oh no, we're you know, like we're only new and all, but he might just be my friend if he doesn't blah blah blah. And I was like having a laugh with him and stuff. But like there's some people that would just go, oh, you said gay joke.
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, bro, you don't understand. Like, that's the whole thing of like hate. If there's no hate behind it.
Yeah. A wee timid joke is funny.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If there's no hate behind it, it should just be alright to say. Yeah. That's why I get shit for fucking making like domestic abuse jokes and all. Like, and I made one and it was so vague, and like I'm literally a victim of it, you know, like a fucking, you know, probably get a text message after this. But like my ex used to get fucking drunk and hit me all the time. You know, like I'm not saying any more than that, like, because it's fucking defamation of character. But fucking lawyers on the phone as we speak. But so I was like, I'll make a joke about it. I understand how shit it is to be in that situation where you can't, like, especially like as powerless as a man can be in that situation. You know, like, you know, at least a woman will get support. Even if it's not as much as they deserve, there still is a lot of support there, i.e. the law will fucking defend the woman in most cases. You know, obviously there's a lot of cases, I understand there's a lot of fucking shit that people go through, blah blah blah. Everyone gets it rough, okay? We're not fucking, I'm not saying anyone gets it worse than anyone else, you know, but I'm just saying, like, in
there's a lot of variables in every single case by case basis, and it's just
so I understand how shit it is to feel like I can't do anything.
Like, help us that way,
like, so, you know, blah blah blah. So but
you just made well, I don't know like the ins and outs of it, but I'm assuming it was just like a timid made reference to it, and let's move on, like a filler.
It was like and it wasn't even like a reference to me. It was just like vague in the air, you know, just like fucking let's scrabble board in the air, let's see what hits. Like next thing you know, I'm fucking, you know, I'm being beat to death in an alleyway. But
but you come back?
Yes. That's like one of the bigger comedians on the scene. I'll not say his name, but I told him about that story one time about like I was like, yeah, man, it was fucking, it's so shit to like feel like, just to get hit, and like, you can't do anything about it out of pure fear for like your entire future.
Yeah.
Like it's not out of like, for a man it's like different to be hit because it's like you get hit, you can't hit them back.
Yeah.
But if you did hit them back, it's way worse,
Yeah.
Whereas like if a woman hits it, like legally and all blah blah blah, like a lot of damage can't really be done from like someone is exactly like in my situation it was a girl a lot smaller than me.
Yeah.
And like I was just taking digs to the face like
it's
this.
Such situation for everyone involved.
Yeah.
It's just a
But
shy thing.
it was just one of them ones, and I was like explaining it to one of the bigger comedians, and he turned around to me and goes, "You fruit."
Was it Shane Gillis by chance?
So it was someone who's actually bisexual, so I think it's all good on their end. But it was like the way he like turned.
It's like
around.
a tomato, how tomatoes are fruit. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of it's
Oh yeah, that's a
both.
good fucking reference. He's not like an apple, but but he just turned around and I was like, tell him, and everyone was like, yeah, that's shit, man, Jesus Christ. And I was like, it was good to like talk about that out loud because you usually feel quite alone in this situation. He goes, you get hit by a woman. Fruit.
Yeah.
That's
perfect.
And I laughed my head off because I was like, that's okay because there was no hate behind that.
Yeah, just,
like he knows it's a fucked up situation.
And that was him supporting you, being like, exactly. I'm not take the piss out of you for that because
so that's what I don't get.
Polarizing.
About,
I think the term is like.
Anyway, yeah, we'll get off that.
Anyway, happy Christmas,
serious,
folks.
That was a very serious topic. Speaking of Christmas, what's your favorite Christmas song? The one that says faggot. Yeah.
Oh, quit it. Oh, yeah, that one caught me by surprise, in fairness. That one caught me by surprise. Was that well done? I don't know. Was it on time? I don't know. But, yeah.
Mic stands going on here. Bear with me. Keep talking away there.
I don't know, actually, to be honest with you. What I do like about that, well, this is a fucking morbid thing to say I like about the song now, but another way, what do you call it, Fairy Tale in New York now, everyone's like, oh, she died in a jet ski accident. And then this year it's like, what about him dying this year? It's like, finally, something else to talk about that tune, you know what I mean?
Something else your dad will tell you when he's blocked to listen to it, Do you hear about that blade in the jet ski, What about that fucking Shane McGowan guy, like,
Here, tell me, never mind Christmas music, right? Let's get down to the fucking
let's get morbid in here.
Right? No, let's get down to the nitty gritty, right? Tell me your Christmas dinner. What is it?
See, this is my basically everything, but this is a hot take. I'm not a big fan of the cranberry sauce.
Don't mind a bit of sweet with your savoury. I don't mind it if it's if it's done right. I only take a wee touch now. I'm not bro. I'm not going mad in the cranberry. You know what I mean?
I'm not mad in the cranberry.
No, fuck that.
That's the name of the episode. I'm not mad in the cranberry.
Well, it's better than the word you said there a few minutes ago. Just that.
That's
God.
Another word for I'm not homophobic, but I'm not homophobic, but I don't agree with a lot of it. I'm not mad in the cranberry now.
Tomato, more mayonnaise, so I'm fucking. Oh God.
Yeah, but no, I don't know. I don't give a fuck about cranberry sauce. I'm like, get that period blood off my table.
It's
right
mid,
now.
like it's mid.
Yeah.
It's mid.
People are like, I can't have it without it, and I'm like, you're a psychopath.
Do you ever have mint sauce?
Mint
sauce, yeah.
Is that the one that's like kind of like green? I could be talking.
Well, like
shit,
mint, like
yeah. I think I've had it on like a steak.
Yes, it's more accompanied with red meat.
Yeah,
very nice though. Very nice.
Yeah,
what would be your there's a mate of mine, right? There's the duality of man here, right? Well, there's a mate of mine, like turkey and ham, classic.
Yeah,
he'll have like veal, pheasant, like what the fuck do you call it? Other
bro, growing up in the fucking 1820s, man,
and then
skinned a few animals for these meals. Man.
There's now a mate of mine, literally
sold the pelts to the French for this.
So one mate of mine on one end of the spectrum, right? Fucking
he's
veal,
autistic and
veal, pheasant, and another mate of mine, roast potatoes.
Really?
Classic. Yeah. Shout out, you know who you are. Roast potatoes, classic. And every year he posts his Christmas dinner on on Snapchat or whatever, like as a story, and it's just like everyone waits for it. You know what I mean? It's not Christmas Day until.
So it's just like roast potatoes on its own,
like spud, like pure famine feed. Like. But classic, I love it. Like, I'm just like
that's the name of our band, Famine Feed and the Cranberries. Famine Feed and the cranberry sauce.
Just let that one linger a wee bit there.
Yeah, that's a hectic one. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man.
Like I'm a picky eater, like, but like I do like like a Sunday dinner or like a fucking Christmas dinner or whatever, like a turkey dinner is a staple of this fucking country. Like, you know, it's
class.
like you need, like, so there's not one thing on the plate that I don't usually like, you know, so.
Like 4 variations of carbohydrates.
Yeah.
And a load of meat. Unbelievable.
14 types of potatoes, you know.
Yeah.
17 of the same vegetable cooked in different ways, you know.
I was down the other morning on a Sunday and I was like just scrolling through like YouTube shorts, whatever. And just a load of dinners, like all Christmas themed and all. And I was sitting there like, I am debating fasting until my Christmas dinner just because it's so. I just love a good Christmas feed, like just unbelievable.
Like a camera flickered there and it's stressing me out, but the red light's still on, so I think it should still be all good. I think it's like anyway, but whatever.
You can check it if you want. If you're just
no, it'll be all good.
No, you're all good.
Yeah,
the red light's on. That's
the red light fucking means on. We'll keep us all in. Fucking, you see the behind the scenes of it. You know, that's what happens when you don't have a producer anymore. But this is what happens when you just be a dick to everyone around you and purse them out of your life. But anyway, yeah, cranberry sauce. Do you like a bit of existential crisis with your dinner? But no, like this is a weird one. I know a lot of people don't like gammon. You get like that, you know, like a ham or a gammon.
Gammon's just ham with extra steps, like, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is
There's
like
a whole load of extra admin to it, isn't it?
Oh man, HR involved and all.
Yeah. See, I love it. I love how fucking, like, see if you mix it in with like other shit, like, you know, if you take a bit of gammon with the turkey, you know, and like
oh man,
put in a Yorkshire pudding.
I'd be getting perfect bites, like oh man,
fucking, you know, it's just so the saltiness of it's just perfect.
Man, you know? See, sometimes like towards the arse end of my dinner, you pick wee bits and pieces. Sometimes I just fire it again, a big beige mess, and just fucking funnel it down my gullet. Like, I just love it. Unbelievable. Like,
I've went through this weird phase in my life where I think it's just because I'm always like on the move, you know, rock star shit, baby. Going to Streamfield Farm.
Really making moves out here, bro.
You know, let's go hydro driving cinema. You know, busy as fuck, bro. But
Sprucefield fucking McDonald's. Man. Unbelievable.
I know. Who else is going to park at Tesco's at 2 a.m, man? You know.
Want to hear my yoke rev, dude?
But the fuck, we just went so off. Can't remember what the fuck I was going to say.
Cranberry.
I know. Roasties and the cranberry sauces. Fuck, can't remember. Yeah, but
we're talking about Christmas dinner. Perfect bite, beige mess.
Oh yeah, I went through this weird phase of my life where, because I'm constantly like on the go, I like. I feel like this is leading into a sponsor. I'm like, because I'm constantly on the go.
Because I'm making wild moves out here.
I drink through a funnel. But like, I've started just putting everything into wraps. So like everything has to be a fucking
like
rap
making
now.
beats and shit. No,
I'm just in the microphone, just like fucking, just get that one in the Jonathan, man.
Oh, I watch Rap God all day, man. And the Jonathan, get the cheese in it. I love it, man.
That's one juicy boil. It's when he fucking slaps it and he goes, all right.
Yeah, the Scooby-Doo plate and all the wee cut, man.
Scooby-Doo.
But man, like, he puts his hips into the cut and all. I love it, man. He's hitting that shit.
The tongue's always out. He's like,
yeah.
Just get that boy in a German.
Yeah, man, I love a good, like, unhinged rap.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah, fucking see, just anything at all. I've started, like, the other day, my mum got a Chinese. I just stuck a load of Chinese into the rap.
Unbelievable.
Because I was like, I couldn't be fucked sitting sifting through this like a fucking, you know, like a scavenger.
Yeah.
You know, trying to
Get
find meat in the fucking curry, man.
Yeah,
you know?
get it on one place and just fucking seagull that down.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I love a good rap now. What would what do you like do for your lunches if you're like working?
Load of goujons, man. Got a bit about it, man. Load of, I swear to God.
Oh shit, yeah.
Load of goujons. Like, it depends. Like, depends. Sometimes, well, like, if I get paid on a Thursday or something, I'll be like, treat myself to a fucking rake of shite. You know what I mean? But no, sometimes
Mary Man Friar Tucks.
Yeah.
Chicken Supreme that haven't been nice since 2006.
There's a new barbecue place actually opened up in the area as well, VR Smokehouse.
Right.
Quite nice, very nice. The fucking brisket and all sorts.
Yeah.
Like, just think of me. Look at me. Think this cunt loves this type of
this
food.
cunt knows his food.
But just barbecue brisket. You know, it's
Oh,
bearded food. You know what I mean? That's what it is. It's
Bearded,
unbelievable. Though.
like,
You know what I mean? It's like lumberjack
like
food.
trucker food.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like type of cunt that'd walk around with a fucking
honk if you love goujons.
me just with a fucking just a brick taped to my fucking horn. Like,
never mind, that's the name of the episode. Honk if you love goujons. And he write that down somewhere. But yeah, so
my lunches. Yeah, I would just honestly chicken wraps. Just
Yeah.
rake of goujons, rake of different sauces.
Would you be a rice man? Would you stick a load of rice in something?
Yeah, I used to make like meal plans and stuff when I wasn't a fat cunt, and but like see like
Let me just move this mic stand.
I would have you know, like two different like I used to do meal plans on a Sunday night, and I fucking love making food and stuff. I just hate cleaning up, which is, so I don't do it enough. But I get real nerdy with it and stuff. Like watch a lot of like Kenji Lopez on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
And if anyone knows, you'll know. Like he's just pure science, like nerdy about it and stuff. But two different types of curry on the go: chicken, beef, same veg, just spit it all up. Different kinds of rice. And I remember the time being like, oh, to lose weight, you just have to eat chicken and rice plain. That's like absolute, like
bullshit.
Yeah, like
I don't know what it is. Like these fucking personal trainers, because they're all boring bastards, and all they eat is like because they're just plain eaters.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, they're like, "Oh, I'm just eating chicken and rice," and you go, "Oh, that's the cheat code
That's
to it."
what
And you're
they
like,
do.
"Bro, let me be honest here. Like them fucking that extra 0.2 calories isn't gonna fucking do you any harm." Like,
but then there's a few influencers that just put everything in a wrap. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm like, it's just wrap God and good Nick. That's all that is. You know what I mean?
I know, wrapped up God. But he like, I swear, like I think it was him. Like I was like, oh, I just need like something quick that I can eat in my hands.
Yeah.
Before I fucking leave the house here.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, find his TikTok, and I'm like, let's get that bad boy in that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. My mate, fella I work with, actually, me and him were obsessed with rap God for a while. Like he went and bought himself a drum on his lunchtime one time, like, and he was bringing these raps in, but they were fucking, oh man, masterpieces. So they were masterpieces.
We had a George Foreman one time, and I swapped it for a keyboard. Fucking trade of the century, man. And the keyboard blew up when I plugged it in.
Oh my god.
So I swapped out like a fucking 200 quid George Foreman. That was fucking 50 quid.
Yeah.
But
No.
got the keyboard for it, plugged the keyboard in, just went smoke went up, and I was like, mate.
Fucking hell. Did you know this is pure, like, you know, your woman from the pub. What do you call the woman that died in the fucking jet ski accident? Doesn't matter. This is like the same.
Christine something.
I'm not even sure,
Something,
but
yeah.
your woman anyway. This is like the fucking, you know, boxing / food equivalent of that, where George Foreman made more money off the grills than he did off boxing.
Yeah.
It's nuts. I think that's
Yeah,
mad.
That's fucking crazy, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
who else is like that? There's like celebrities that ended up making. You ever see them guys, TGF, the YouTubers?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen their merch? Childish, it's called.
Yeah. Oh, is
fucking-
that their merch?
Yeah, mate, it's fucking class.
That's like a designer brand. Like that's
Yeah,
like, holy fuck.
They make wild ass clothes, like, and
That's
I think it's
mad.
your fella Jay that designs it as well.
Yeah.
And they're just all fantastic. They're all real boxy hoodies, you know, like
Yeah. That kind of reminded me of
for chunky boyos.
the
you know?
Kanye West rant, actually. Fucking callback, and he's like, Lady Gaga, creative director of Polaroid. I loved some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras?
I like some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras?
He puts it in a box perfectly. It's just like, right enough. You know what I mean? What does she
Yeah.
know about cameras? But again, I mean, he sort of, you know, did he dig his own grave there? Because he then became, you know, creative director for like Yeezy and stuff, or like, you know, the CEO, owner of Yeezy and stuff.
I know. Fuck him. I was waiting on that album. I was fuming when he didn't drop it.
Oh,
though.
no, but sure, that's classic Kanye. Like, you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I know. How
Albums
many
coming-
albums is that now that never existed?
Yeah.
You know, like,
My mate was obsessed with Yandy. Remember that album Yandy? Did you ever hear
Yeah.
the leaks for it?
yeah.
Fucking bangers. Like, some of them are unbelievable. And there was like, my mate was all over Reddit after them. And he was downloading them onto his song and then put onto his phone and then putting them.
Straight from Reddit. Like they were like Kanye music, porn. Like,
But he was putting it on his Apple Music. So he's
Yeah.
basically got the Yandy album like in his Apple
Yeah.
Music that he just
Jesus.
listens to. But like some of the different versions and all, we got real nerdy with it where it's like, oh, that's the like the demo Young Thug version. That and we're like, what do you mean, bro? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? But some of the tunes were fucking amazing in it. But again, just never come out. Like it meant to come out in
Yeah.
2018, just doesn't exist anymore. That's it.
that was the exact same. I never really give a fuck. Like, see when people go, you hear that Playboy Cardi, like, and I'm like, it's gonna be shite.
Yeah.
It's gonna be just him going.
In fairness, we released 2 tunes there the past couple of weeks. 2024 is a pretty good tune, and the other one I can't remember what you call it. Both actually listenable Cardi tunes.
I get you.
I'm not a huge Playboy
Yeah.
Cardi fan. I think the beats are nasty,
Yeah.
but him just squeaking over it sometimes.
No,
It's
just
like,
that
what are you
fucking,
actually
like, it
saying,
just
bro?
sounds like someone's wiping the window down. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
you know, and you're like, and there's like just people decorating the life out of him for it.
Yeah, but it's
Can't be fucked
it's
with.
pure cult following. But then his leaks are intentional. Like it's
Yeah.
it's like, you know, he builds the shit up himself. Like he definitely leaks them shits himself.
Yeah.
And then says nothing. He's one of these artists that say fuck all, and when he says
Yeah.
something, it's like, oh, he's dropping an album or something.
I know. It's like Kim Kardashian with her sex tape. There was one I really liked, of a leak that never came out, and I was fuming about it. It was years ago, like it was like fucking 8 years ago. Jesus Christ! And I remember being like, "This is going to be the hardest song ever when it drops." It was Earl Sweatshirt, Swamp Vermin, and it was like one that he did like on stage.
Yeah.
And he never dropped it as a song, and I swear it was like the hardest thing Earl Sweatshirt's ever made ever. And I like Earl Sweatshirt.
Better than East.
Yeah. Like,
well, East was like, remember the shout out, like.
Yeah.
What is this here? That's very different, Earl, too. You know what I mean? That's different style, like.
It's like the wee chorus to it, right here. Yeah. It's like so lit for him.
Yeah, but that's not his style at all. That's like.
Nobody here. I was like,
that is not a Earl Sweatshirt song. Like, that's not his vibe at all. That's hard as fuck.
And I was like, what the fuck? And I was down for him to drop that.
Yeah.
Never did. And I was like,
but it's kind of like
I don't
one of
trust
them ones
musicians
where
anymore.
In the Travis Scott documentary, Don Tolliver had a song. I think it was called. I want to say it was called T-shirt or what the fuck it was called. But there was like a clip of it played in the Travis Scott documentary, just like a couple of seconds, and everyone was like, "What is that tune? What is that tune?"
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Drop it, drop it, drop it," and he just took ages to drop it, and he dropped it, and everyone was like, "That's an ass," because they took so many. The hype was gone. That actually reminds me of Jid done Big Black Truck.
Yeah.
We heard that tune. He done that on stage once.
Black
and then everyone was going nuts, and then he dropped it pretty quick because he was like, "I'm gonna just do it while I can." You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's there's some ones like that's why I think like, you know, there's people. I hate the whole overhyping shit.
Yeah.
See the whole Kanye shit, like it's just a year of build up, and then he drops it and it's all right.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's literally like it's the equivalent to like a fucking rave song. It's all just like, and then it drops and it goes, and you're like, bro, what the fuck have I stood here listening to this fucking build up for 4 minutes?
You were at Niall Unzane's concert there.
That was a weird night. Me and Adam Byrne went to Patrick Topping, and as I said, I've been to 2 Patrick Topping concerts. Don't even like trash. I'm like, he's not trash. He's good at what he does.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't like rave music at all.
Yeah,
and it was just Adam Byrne was like, "Here, lad, you want to go listen?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't know why he's from fucking Tyrone," but I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, let's do it."
That's one of the things where just sometimes you just say yeah to things. Yeah, why not? You know?
And we got fucking blocked at it, and we were the oldest people by about 6 years. I'm like, bro, I'm 24, and like I'm 6 years older than everyone in here. That's what scares me a wee bit. Like I can only imagine how you feel.
Yeah, no, tell me about it. Right enough though, like so fuck by some of the places you go in here. We done 12 pubs there, and I remember being like, I need to drink my drink and get the fuck out of here. Like you're babysitting, like
for fucking register ends up with your name on it, like, you know. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, you said the 12 pubs, yeah?
Yeah, I done 12 pubs. Yeah,
was that in Uri then? Yeah,
success. We done 12 pubs, and I was talking to a couple people there from Belfast, and they're like, "Is there even 12 pubs in Uri?" I was like, "You'd be surprised. See every second door in that town. Like there's pubs everywhere in Uri. Like you can take multiple different routes and shit. It's actually mad. But yeah, a success. We done 12 pubs for the first time ever. First real proper attempt at it, but we had to be regimental with it, like, because we got to, like, the 5th pub was great crack. Yeah, like, everyone had a pint, and everyone was like, "Can I just stay here?" And we were like, "No." Like, 2 of us had to be like, "No, we're doing this." And then there was like,
every time we have tried it, it's been like, you get the pub 3 and you're like, "I've had 6 pints in this one pub. We can't do this anymore."
Yeah, but there was a guy who was like setting 2-minute timers and all, and he was like, 2 minutes, folks. And like it was like
fucking there's admin to it.
Yeah, there was admin to it, and we actually finished it, but. We walked through Ginger Jane's. There's a place, Ginger Jane's and Brass Monkey is connected or whatever. We walked into Ginger Jane's to get one drink and then go around the back into the smoking area into Brass Monkey, which is pub 12. And we were like, this is the yellow brick road, like it's done.
Yeah.
And got the drink in Ginger's. Couple of stray people, whatever. We all met out in the smoking area. We were missing like 1 or 2 people. I was right. I'm going in to get these 2 people.
Yeah.
You all stay here. I come in and Ginger Jane's is like fucking, it's like sardines. It's like, imagine me as a big unit trying to get through there. Women, like, there was this girl pushing me in the back and all, and I was like, "You're really doing my fucking head in." But like, you know, I was just like, do you not think if there was space I'd move into it? You know what I mean? Like, do you think I'm trying to get through here? And then I came back out to the smoking area and like 3 other people were gone. I was like, "Where are they?" "Oh, we're looking for you." I was like, "The one thing fucking told you." Well, we finally got there in the end, drank the drink. We were like, "We made it," and we just went, fuck, I was shite. No, it was good. It was good crap. We were like, it was just such a nothing achievement. You know what I mean? Like, it was just such a.
Didn't get a wee award or
No,
nothing.
it was like the most lad Bible achievement ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just like, oh, I drank 12 fucking drinks in one night. Like,
6 guys completed 12 pubs at Christmas.
Yeah, like
the fucking. My mum turned around at me. I was dropping her into my auntie's on Sunday, and we were driving through Lurgan, and there was like a load of people out doing the 12 pubs in Lurgan.
Yeah.
And again, surprised I didn't even know there was 12 pubs in Lurgan, and my mum turned around and was like, "See, this is where it fucking started from." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And she was like, "This is where the 12 pubs started from," and I was like.
what a rumor.
I was like, where the fuck have you heard this? She was like, no, I swear to God, like everyone copied Lurgan for it. And I was like, what do you mean? Should all them Belfast ones and all? And I was like, it's like a world renowned. There's like Americans doing it. Do you think they're just went? Do you think there was just like people in like fucking Wisconsin being like, hey man, you gotta hear what these fucking people in Lurgan are doing, man. They're fucking doing some crazy shit, bro. And I was like,
heroin and
I was like, they got these pubs, right? They got 12 pubs in a row. I was like, Mum, Lurgan didn't invite that. She went, the fucking did. My dad told me. And I was like,
so are you was it you telling me about the chocolate covered strawberries?
yeah,
Yeah, same shit. You know what I mean? Same
yes. Fucking guy came out. For anyone who doesn't know, a guy I used to work with turned around to me and was like it was like a shop in West Belfast near Raffos or something. Some ice cream shop. The Westies will fucking know it. And Westies sound like a dog. And like they literally turned around and were like he turned around to me and was like, you see that shop, they copied my man's recipe. And I was like, oh really, what was that like? Is it like an ice cream recipe or something?
Yeah.
You know, like something cool, like maybe it's a type of like seasoning on
Some
a
sort
chicken
of
or
ube ice cream or
like
something.
fucking something cool, you know. And he went, no mate, right, tell you right, don't you tell no one about this, right? They fucking copy them, raging about it and all. See, you get a fucking strawberry, right? And I was all right, okay, yeah. Thought he was gonna fucking shave it or something, you know, pick the seeds out of it with fucking tweezers. Turned around, he was like, see, you get a strawberry, right? You dip it in some chocolate, lad, right?
Yeah.
Stick that in the fridge overnight. Next day, just eat it like a fucking class, mate.
That's like saying that your man invented a ham sandwich. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the most
And the
basic
fucking
thing.
my man invented that, mate, and they fucking took it from her. And I was like, your man invented chocolate strawberries. And he was like, oh, mate, I swear to fuck, bro, I swear to fuck. And I was like, right? And he was like, see, mate, I'm fucking right saying nothing, right? Bit of fresh cream in the side. I was like,
between me and you, right? Is it a family recipe passed down from generations?
He was like, mate, I swear to God, like my dad invented fucking beer, mate. You know, like, yeah, don't worry
Fucking
about
hell. But did you ever hear like people just tell unnecessary bullshit?
Oh,
It was,
yeah.
So like growing up, like we live in like a Kansas state or whatever, and there's people moving in and out sometimes. So obviously getting temporary houses and shit like
Yeah.
that. This like middle-aged couple moved across from us one time, and I was so young I didn't know what a weird cunt was, like, you know. But I remember like my mom and dad being like, just we used to play football like right outside their house, and just being like, if the ball ever goes into the garden, just jump in, jump out, don't be fucking hanging about or whatever, you know. Just I didn't really understand, but I just was like, whatever. And the woman came out one day and goes, boys, come here a second. We went over to the gate and she was like, just say nothing to the rest of the ones playing football. You know, I know you're always here, but I say the husband's John's cousin. He's coming down to play football with us. We were like, right? And do you know who he is? We were like, no. She was like, Roy Keane, right? And we were like, oh, I'm an Arsenal fan. I didn't give a fuck about Roy Keane, right? But I was like, oh my god, Roy Keane's coming to fucking play.
And it's so cool.
Week later, they moved out. And
Really?
literally, I'm not even joking. For a month, I was waiting on Roy Keane still, and I was like trying to like do better and all, do like 5 toe taps and all. You know what I mean? Like, and I remember like waiting out, and like I hung out.
It's like me waiting to play cricket with Sean DePaul.
But like, you know, I remember like, because I hung about my older brothers, like 4 years older than me, and all his mates and stuff. And I remember being like, Roy Keane's coming. They were like, he's fucking not. You know what I mean? They were all over like, he's not. They didn't even believe it when she said it, you know. But I just held on to this hope, like,
It's fucking dream, man.
oh, fucking Roy Keane, if you're listening, man, come to
That's a
fuck.
fucking Disney movie, man. You know, like, you finally meet Roy Keane as an adult.
Yeah, it's
you
like
know,
fucking
your villain arc.
It's like Mike, like, you know what I mean? I can't do it without my good gutties on. My good Lonsdales.
One of the fucking T90s, you know, like,
Oh, man.
big thick tongue on them that came the whole way down to the bottom of the shoe.
Fucking hell, man.
Jeez, Roy Keane. That's the clip. With the clip, alright, we'll finish this up. Anyway, yeah, I think we should. We've hit over an hour there. But,
Yeah, same, really.
Yeah, so, listen, folks, thank you very much for listening. I think within the next few weeks, I shall be announcing a solo show. So Soup will obviously be doing support for it. I think I'll get Adam Burned down as well to do support for it, but I don't have a date, and I'm not telling you the venue yet or anything like that. So fucking keep an eye out, follow me on Instagram or whatever, and suck my bollocks backwards. But have you anything you're doing or any gigs coming up?
I think I'm doing the 27th. I think I'm doing Liam McCooey and Darren Matthews double headline show.
Oh really? Yeah, you doing that one? Yeah,
I think I am.
Fucking
yeah.
sick.
No, almost certainly am. Yeah. I was talking to Leanne. Bumped into her blocked one night. Both of us blocked, and she offered me the gig. And then I woke up the next day. I was like, "Fuck, did I dream that?" And then I bumped into her again like a couple of days later. I was like, "By the way, I know we were both steaming, but is that still on the go?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, cool."
Class. That's
So
unreal,
yeah, happy days. So I think I'm doing that. What the fuck else am I doing?
That's a Saturday, the 27th, isn't it? Yeah.
I think it's a Wednesday. I don't know. 27th of December, whatever the fuck it is.
December, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
never
December,
mind.
yeah.
I got fucked up there. Yeah, that's next Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I'm doing that. I'm only doing like a 5-minute spot or whatever, just a bit of crack.
That's when this episode comes out. Funny enough.
Yeah. Oh, well then here, fucking come see me tonight. But yeah, no, that's really it. And anything else I've got coming up? A load of fucking pints and turkey and ham. That's what I've got coming up.
Man.
You know what I
Hey,
mean?
yo, hey, baby, fucking
Load of fucking cranberry sauce.
I'm drinking it for fucking funnel, mate. What cranberry sauce, mate, and a wrap, right? My man invented this, right?
Put it in the German, right?
You'll not believe this, mate. My man, right? They fucking right when he hears, right? Deal Farm fucking stole her recipe, right? She got underneath this cow one time, right? In a bucket. But no, yeah, so I'm doing Sasha's Bistro just above Maloney's in Lurgan, 27th of January. Come to that. I know a lot of people who listen to this are from like Lurgan and Craigavon and stuff, so please come to that. That'll be good crack. We've got Tommy McCarthy, William Thompson, myself, Kieran Franco, and Pete Giffen, who is hosting and running the show. So come down to that. That'll be fucking great crack.
That'll be a banger.
We'll get road off. I'm 2 miles from home. I'm gonna get blocked on.
Unbelievable. Still drive home.
Yeah.
5 and drive.
It's Lurgan. Nobody will stop me.
Yeah, actually, you're not allowed on the road if you're not staying.
Oh yeah, they're like, you're actually under the limits, sir. Do you want to step out of the vehicle for me, please? Walk in a straight line there. Oh no, see, he's walked on it, mate. I need to fucking get him here. But no, as I said, thank you very much for listening, folks. The new episode's out every Wednesday. I think the one before this is going to be Jasmine Sierra, so listen a lot if you haven't already. And thank you very much. Up the various paramilitaries. Take it easy.
Happy Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yeah.